If you like chill days by a campfire, the occasional dancing at bars, or even some pixelated lovemaking, or punching an ancestral brother in the face, then the Hunter of Falkenberg from Sleipnir Dreamware might be the game for you, so today we're gonna check it out. Our story starts in the forest with the two lovebirds discussing their training, and also of course just to remind that this is a demo version of the game, so there might be some odd things in it, so don't you worry about that. But to give you an idea what the game is really all about, it's basically an action RPG with a story in a retro pixel art style, and it's a little bit like The Witcher, because we are basically a hunter instead. And we have medallions and we have swords, and of course we have monsters to fight. So let's see how our journey begins. It's not all vacation here. We have to find Anders, of course, who is disappeared after hunting some monsters in a village. We are soon gonna go look for him. Don't you worry, there will be monsters to slay. And here we are at the castle, and I have to say, every time I see these kind of guards, I only think about one dude.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yes, yeah, that's the guy actually. Well, to tell you a little bit more about it, we play as Hunter Sigurd of Falkenberg, the son of a noble, raised in trade by the Hunters Guild to hunt, find and slay monsters. So we will go through forest, swamps, villages and towns to find them, a little bit like The Witcher. So, as the kind lord of the castle let us have a room, we of course have taken off half our clothes, and Lilly wants to talk to us about something. And I can tell you already now that she's trying to find her courage, so I think I know what she wants. And he doesn't. So we are basically a default male that doesn't take a hint. But yeah, you will get options here to choose if you either want to romance her or not. So it's up to you if you want to take that path with your prodigy and the one you are training for this kind of life. And here we are. She needs an answer now. It's been bothering her for so long. So let's see here, you see. We can refuse or we confess our feelings we didn't know we had. But since this is my playthrough, I will confess and tell her she's beautiful and obviously been developing feelings for months that we did not know about. But hey, that's the life as an adventurer. So, the next morning we wake up with her fully dressed and standing watching us sleep, and that is not creepy at all, I can promise you, but we better go and confront her. Oh, get dressed first and then we will talk to her. Well, since I'm not the confrontational type, I thought it was easier to just basically show you a little bit about the combat as we dive into the forest and gonna see if we can find some monsters like this one over there. I wonder if we can fight that spider. But yeah, we have like we have our sword and we have our crossbow, of course, and she has some other magical skills and stuff. And there you go. There you go. She is way more effective than I am, basically. But that one worked well. The controls are basically on the keyboard, and you move around, and then you hit with the left mouse button, and then you have bind keys for 1, 2, and 3, and 4, for instance, and you can rebind them, of course. We also have some magic, like fire magic. But this is what we do. We slay monsters that run around, and we pick up poison glands and other stuff that I'm guessing we're gonna sell to the vendor eventually. And this forest is creepy. It's like it's upside down and in the right way. So we are basically in the town after surviving that forest, talking to the mayor here, who is a bit fishy, I have to say, because they have problems with monsters and people running around at night, but in the beginning he doesn't really want to talk to us about Anders, our missing friend. So there's something weird going on in this town for sure that no one is talking about, so let's see what we can find out. But the conversations are really good. It's fun to read them, and you can adjust your text speed also if you want it to be instant or if you want it in a pace that you prefer for yourself. But a good action RPG have skills to upgrade. We don't have any skill points at the moment, but as you can see here, there's the fire dance, the magic that can do a lot of good stuff, like the fire show. and melting pot, and it costs a lot of skill points. We haven't got any skill points yet, so I'm guessing we need to kill more. And you can see we can also have the death slash, and that is one good with getting to health back, and that one increases damage. We can do the same for a companion, of course, and we have the mentor kind of passive, gain experience, and heavy swing also. So there's a lot of, and I like the kind of book here that you actually unfold or open up, and you can see the different paths for them. And of course we need potions and other good stuff on our journey here. And he has the nicest haircut I have ever seen in my life. I think I had the same one at 6th grade. I think it was pretty horrific. I blame my mother for it, by the way. But let's see what they have here. Of course, with every person we meet, we have to ask about Anders and see if they know where he is. Sadly, not many do. All right, time to buy some good stuff over here. Let's see what does he have. Or we can sell, of course. We can sell our armor plate that we cannot use. Let's give him all, and see you can sell them, or basically 1 or 2 if you like. But yeah, it's default working here. And we can sell the poison glands, because who runs around with those? And what can we buy from him though? Let's see here. Health potion is good. Revival potion will actually revive our companion or ourselves, I think, if we die. And the hunter potion gives us the magic back if we are using a lot of that. So good stuff. I might need to buy more than one though. And as you can see, we have problems keeping our clothes on, so we are back, and this time at the hot tub, basically, in the tavern that we are renting a room. So we will continue to do the same thing as we did before and kiss her again. And after some sweet lovemaking, it's time to discuss some monsters they have here. It could be a werewolf because it eats humans like that, and it's another one that's called the pragmatism, if I read that one right. That is basically like a striga in The Witcher, if you know what that one is. It's usually a female demon in Slavic mythology, similar to a vampire. Strigoi, troubled spirit from Romanian mythology, basically. So it's almost like that one. And after talking to every person in this tavern, we actually had some time for dancing in between this and slaying more monsters. So hey, you gotta do the best of the time you have together. And then we head out in the rain, and of course it's time for some more combat, if we can find the little ones over here. There they are. That kind of serpent kind of thing. And a scorpion that is venomous. So let's see if we can survive this fight, but I prefer the sword though. And there are other swords to buy at the different merchants in towns, and auto pick up of all the things they drop of the loot. So it's a good thing. And I like the pixel art graphic also, it's fun. And they're trying to hit them with their crossbow. It's not always that easy, but we leveled up. It seems like we leveled up at least. But now it feels like it's only me fighting that one. So maybe she just stand there and being polite. But we lost a lot of health. And we have only 1 health potion we can use. And we also bought a kind of food, or a boar leg or something that we bought that restores magic. But as soon as you open the inventory, the game pauses. So it's a safe thing, actually. So the curse is basically that this lovely couple, the female here and the man over there, are siblings, and they had a child 7 years ago that they thought died. And while they buried that one, it came back and started to eat people. And now we will have to reverse the curse. And that's also a little bit like a striga, that we have to make sure it doesn't reach a grave and hinder it from that, and it will be a normal person again, just 7 years old. And it's also here the game introduces things like we can actually either try to convince them, like this man, that we are needing of this information, or we can take a little more hostile route to get our answers. But it's not before he slaps her, and it's time for us to actually show how we treat people that hit their siblings, females, or whatever. We can either reason with them or threaten them. So what we do, I'll get the information I need anyways. Make it easier for both of us and tell us what we need to do. Are you threatening me, Hunter, he says. Well, if you don't tell me what I need to know, I will cut one finger after another. So, of course, how do we enforce this one? With a little backup of our trainee here. Let's see what we do. Try me. If the next thing you say won't be an answer to my question, I will break your nose. That is a good way to take care of dense people. So he doesn't respond. We smack his nose. And then I think he got the message. We actually got a response and all the information we needed, and now we get attacked again, because now we have trying to figure out who... Oh, first of all, sent these kind of assassin-looking ones, and I'm just trying to survive. As you can see, the game paused, and now I can heal by picking the right one, which is my character, of course. And then also, come here, and they actually run backwards. That is annoying. Stay and fight. And then also trying to figure out who's evil enough to set a curse on their child. So we don't know who this is, but another mystery for us to solve. And I like it. It's a lot of dialogue in this game, so you know that. So you better be prepared for reading a lot. And it's fun to read all the stories and dialogue. What goes up must come down, they say. So just a quick stroll past the forest, we meet another gang of assassins. As you can see, bulky arms and covering their face. So let's see if they also want to fight with us or if we can avoid it. I'm guessing we cannot, and we are really low on health because of course I did not buy any extra potions. So if you are at the vendor when you play this demo, you better stack up on potions. Bring it on. Yes, I am so low in health. This can't be good. Well, it might be the end, but let's go out, swing the sword. I have to come here. And I have nothing because I haven't died yet. And the fun thing is, I think if I die, actually the game ends. So let's see. But it auto-saves. That one is just for magic. Options are null. And we missed and we died. Nice game over screen, by the way. So I still haven't told you about Renown. And as you can see, I blurred out a little bit of it. But it's basically the morale location of people and how they actually think of us. So we can see here we are neutral, for instance, and how the townsfolk see us, and also how our relationship is with Lilly, of course. So this is all I will show you about the Hunter of Falkenberg. There's still plenty for you to explore for yourself, so look down in the description for the link to the Steam page and download their demo. I think you will have a lot of good times with this one if you like action RPGs with a lot of dialogue and combat. It's still a little bit unpolished, but I have good faith that the developers will fix all this before the final release. I had a good time playing it, and trust me, you have a lot of hours to play it yourself too. So I'm Danny, friendly indie game Viking. It's an honor showing you this game today, and I will see you next time.